Alright, welcome back to another episode of Stories from the Unbound Shores, where we last left off. The party had a run-in with some goblin highwaymen outside the Isle of Heaven, looking to take their shinies, more or less. Those were quickly dispatched, and as I believe, the party either has not left or was quickly on their way to the Isle of Heaven afterwards. Does anyone remember either way?
It's been a while.
But I don't even remember what the plan is, so...
Alright, then let me back up and refresh some memories a little more on a grand scale. So, it's been a couple weeks due to one player being missing. So, as I recall, the plan was to go... Your guys' plan was to go to the Isle of Heaven and pick up a cleric of the Raven Queen to take with you back to Stoneborough so that you could investigate the place where you have slain the Death Knight in hopes of preventing it from returning, or at the very least being able to stop it when it does return. And you've also been offered passage on one of the warships from the Isle of Heaven to Elysium. Should that not be as productive as you were hoping, as it was the other place that had been suggested the Death Knight might come back, along with wherever he was originally slain, but that place is unknown.
Okay, so we were going to borrow a higher level cleric of the Raven Queen to help us when we go back to Stoneborough to wait out the last couple days until the supposed resurrection of the thing, and if it shows up, we'll have their help, and if it doesn't, then we'll go to Elysium.
They'll be able to teleport us back somewhere, I think, was the plan.
Yeah.
Yes, teleportation is an option if you can afford it. In other words, there will be some walking or ship riding involved, or both.
Yeah, I don't know what the cost is. I'm doubting that we can afford it.
I think it was like 500 gold.
I think it was something along the... No, it wasn't thousands.
500 each.
And it wasn't...
It wasn't each.
Because it was for the one casting of the spell. So I think 500 was right. We'll run with that, and I will check recordings after this session, and if we don't get to that, and I can come up with whatever answer it was I gave back then.
So I believe that we were headed to the Isle of Heaven to pick up our assistant, and that is when we ran afoul of the goblins.
Yes, so there were a couple goblins in the road requesting you to turn over your valuables, with numerous others hiding in the rocks and bushes.
We convinced them that their efforts were better spent elsewhere.
Well, the ones that were left.
Yeah. A couple of them survived.
Yep, a couple did.
Of them.
So, we're still on our way to the Isle of Heaven.
Indeed. If you lot would like to arrange yourself in a marching order, I'd appreciate it.
I believe I was at the back.
And I'll move the other horse closer just for convenience. Then on, you cannot be having Eskel ride you. That's just not okay.
I'm very light.
Not with all that armor.
She does have a point. Half plate is not particularly light.
Bold of you to assume that I would be on bottom.
Well, you were on the screen, so that's why I went with it. All right, who's dealing with the draft horse?
I thought that was Eskel's baby.
I can. I don't mind.
I'd take it.
Anyways, between the two of you, you can sort it out amongst yourselves.
Tristan, any thoughts?
If you want to lead it, you can. You need me to, I can.
Cool. I'm gonna try leading it this time.
Alright. So, that I will move us to the world map for a minute. So we are, let's see, and a little. So you'd be probably somewhere around here. So it'll be a few hours before we get to the Isle of Heaven, but not too long. So, given that you're following main roads without many turnoffs, and one that Dirk, who is leading the way, knows well, I'm not going to require any travel checks. You can just navigate your way there safely. And so that will bring us to the Isle of Heaven. And for those of you who don't remember or haven't been there before, it has a massive bridge out front with intricate elven carvings leading up to some substantial walls out front, and that's about all you can see until you get in the city. Once you're inside, you can see a rather large statue of Bahamut near the front, along with some tall spires and one smokestack of the different temples and the clock tower and other kind of higher points throughout the city. Let me give everybody tokens so you can move around. And I'm just going to leave the horses off because, well, actually, what are you going to do with the horses?
To symbolize?
If the city roads are accommodating, there's not really a reason not to just keep them with us.
Alright, if you stick to main roads, you can ride a horse through, or pull a horse through in your case. Let's see. Token. But if you're wanting to go kind of exploring some of the smaller areas, you may need to leave the horse somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But for simplicity's sake, especially since this map is not to scale, I'm going to leave them all.
Okay.
Alright, who's missing to Al?
So I guess Eskel would be wanting to ask, once we got to the bridge, Vasilisa, if she'd ever been to the Isle of Heaven. If this was where she'd received her training as a cleric.
I never left the main island. I received my training at the temple in Steelport.
Well, then this might be a real treat for you. There are a number of temples here, too. Just about all of the gods. It's, an interesting place, to say the least, about it. This is where I was trained. And Dirk as well. I imagine we want to make haste and head straight to the Temple of the Raven Queen, but I don't know if it's necessary to make haste since we have a couple days to burn anyway. Did you want Dirk and I to take you all on a tour?
I think that's lovely.
Alright.
I suppose that we can give a short tour, but I would prefer to be able to wait in the town, even if it's for a day or two, to make sure that we're there should anything happen, than risk anything happening on the road.
Excuse me.
Just checking on road dust. Poor thing. But I'd be inclined to agree with Dirk. It's always time to see the city at another point.
I don't think it would take us all day to give a tour. Plus, it must be getting quite late by now, Derek.
Yep. With the combat and the travel, it would be kind of... it would be late afternoon, early evening.
Now, I prefer to fight in the dark, so if you wanted to leave tonight, I wouldn't be against it. But we haven't exactly made that switch for everybody else. I don't know if you want to leave early tomorrow or late tonight.
Either.
Just to give you guys a time, I'm going to say it's around 5.
It would be good for us to understand if we want to be traveling at night, so that when we will inevitably have to defend ourselves, I'm able to contribute. We have sources of light for those who need it, but the sun is a problem for me in combat.
I have no issue with us traveling at night.
You seem to wish to stick to the shadows anyway, Al.
I do.
They are abundant at night.
He has a...
Well then, in that case, Dirk, we could save the tour for some other time, get our ally accommodated, and make haste back out onto the road.
That sounds reasonable to me.
For those who need rest, longer period. Could always do that once we get to the town.
We would need to think about it. Might make today a long day. Be a little hard to get to the end. Then sleep would be good. And that would help shift our schedule.
Yep.
This is true.
And you would be able to recall there were a couple houses with unbroken beds at Stoneborough that you could probably make use of.
In any event, this is what I think a good use of our time and resources would be. That would allow us to put more of our strength on the field than we have been able to muster lately. And given the monsters we've been fighting and the time we've had with them, I think it's important.
I would nod in it. So shall we get this show on the road?
If it's decided, then let's just go.
Alright. So is it straight to the Temple of Raven Queen then? No, side stops?
Seems that way. I hadn't been planning to come back here anyway, so I don't need to surprise anybody with my presence.
Yep. Alright. For any who want to move your tokens, they're in the bottom right. Entrance to kind of the outside section is over here. With the main temple being kind of the far side of the graveyard. Down here in with these buildings.
Oh.
Are all of you going, or is anyone else taking a detour?
I'd go. Oh.
My understanding had been that everyone was going, but
Mine too, but I just wanted to double check since it wasn't stated.
Al would follow us because, yeah. One of the two people that actually knows their way around the city.
There's 3 of us. Because, Benard now knows his way around the city.
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
Indeed. Very well, we will go to the Temple of the Raven Queen, announce our presence, and find our ally.
Alright. Let me check our DMs and see if I gave this guy a name in writing, or let's just make a new one. Tuesday again, that's one shot. That's one shot per one. There it is. Of course, not give this guy a name. So, we are just going to call him Kark.
Kardik?
Kark. C-A-R-I-C.
I think we lost Lady Amelie.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Where did she go?
She did not follow.
Merp, you there?
Yeah.
Then 2 questions. One, did you get the PM I sent you? And 2, are you joining the group at the Temple of the Raven Queen?
Hang on, let me respond to you real quick. Okay, so the group just walked off without me, right?
No.
No.
We were all talking about where we were going.
Okay.
The assumption was that the group was
People who were
moving
talking.
together.
Okay, I just saw everybody moved and I was just still chilling here.
Well,
So
no,
I
it's
just assumed everyone was leaving without me and I was like, okay, this is
Well,
fun. I'm
Were
gonna
you having
sneak
audio
away.
troubles or something?
Huh?
There was a fair amount of discussion. Were you having audio troubles or something?
Oh no, I heard the discussion. Amelie just wasn't part of the discussion, so she's just chilling.
Okay.
So I'm still back here.
Well, you're
Try to drop
not. The group isn't going to actually leave without you. So are you refusing to follow the group?
Whatever. Go.
You can refuse to follow the group, if that's what you wish.
No, I'm with the group. Let's keep going.
So we get Carrick.
Alright. Then when you enter the temple, you'll see it is significantly busier with a number more clerics and a few paladins inside of it. Along with more acolytes, some tending to wounds of the injured that would have returned with them. Let's get them a place for more long-term healing. And he'd say, Eskel, I see that you're back. What all was discussed this to Cindy? So check.
Indeed.
What is it you wish to speak with? Like, speak with me about?
I am here to collect Cleric Carrick. As they indicated, they would accompany us to Stoneborough.
Alright, I guess I had made it a little unclear. It is, Kark that you're speaking with.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what is it that needs to be dealt with there? You had been somewhat vague and just wanted to speak about it in person.
Familiar? Get pinned.
I'll pin my first message and you can jump to it and read down from there. It is now pinned.
I see. Right. So, the reason I asked that you delay the boat to Elysium is that we are aware, or we believe we are aware of exactly when this creature the Death Knight, will be returning to formidable power, but we are unsure of where it will be doing so, and we do not wish to risk more havoc being wrought by it once it returns, at least not in a place that we know is underdefended. We slew it in Stoneborough to the southeast, and so it is my belief, held, that that is where it will regain its body. And so I wanted our group, and some extra cleric power, since we do have Vasilisa, who is quite capable. However, I think that more is better in this case. That you or one of your clerics would accompany us to Stoneborough, and if this thing should reappear there, we would be able to seal it or have your help in stopping it, again, at least temporarily. And if it did not appear, then we would need to make haste back here so that we could catch that ferry to Elysium. And I believe that someone who is capable of casting teleportation would be able to accommodate that if we have the coin.
If you are looking to try and teleport, why would you want to teleport back here to get the boat, as opposed to going straight to Elysium?
That way we at least were as part of a contingent.
Fair enough, but as you may be unaware, our main camp is set up just outside the teleportation circle on that continent. So if you were to take it, you would be moved there with most haste.
I would look to the others and say, we prefer to teleport directly to Elysium if we find that our quarry does not reappear in Stoneborough.
That would...
We have little idea where to begin looking if it does not appear in Stoneborough outside of the general vicinity of Elysium, and even that is only vaguely hinted by a premonition.
This is
Well,
true.
As I have not been to the battlefield myself, I don't know much of the layout of Elysium, aside from a few troop movements that were relayed through Sindane. Perhaps someone there could direct you as to a place to look. The only thing I'm aware of is there's an old fortress in the mountains. It's been abandoned for a long time, but just because it's abandoned doesn't really mean it's much of a place to look.
And that is nearby the teleportation circle.
Let me pull up the big map for a second. It's actually on there. I wouldn't call it nearby. If you look in the top left, you'll see this here. This is what it's referring to.
Sufficiently ominous looking enough.
With this being one of the dwarven cities, and this being a mage's tower. There is one on every continent. Well, at least one.
That looks like it's a significant distance from the teleportation circle, like maybe three or more days walk if I extrapolate from our Stoneborough ventures.
Yeah, without any direct roads, well, there would be one, but, you know, it's still through the mountains, so it'll be kind of, mountains and forests would be somewhat windy. Unless the dwarves have some faster way of accessing it, it would be a few days.
I just want to make sure everyone is aware of that. We are hoping that our quarry appears at Stoneborough, but if not, we're going to have a bit of a hunt on our hands.
Well, I'm certain if you're able to provide aid, especially if you're able to provide aid to the war effort, there are clerics there who could use the magics we've used previously to help narrow down your search.
I look to Siliza, say, these are your people? Is this what you want?
I don't think it's a matter of want, as a matter of necessity. This is our path, we must walk it.
Then I believe you have our answer, Karik.
Assignments and things are not as much for me to be dealt with, but I can let them know you're coming, should things at Stoneborough not pan out.
Very well. Then, what is the cost of teleportation? Because I think between Dirk and myself, we're looking at approximately 700 gold pieces.
I think I set it at 500, as it is technically only an uncommon item if in the form of a spell scroll, so it should be cheaper as things are concerned. So, I'd say it'd be 500 if you wish for it to be cast here, or 600 if you wanted a scroll so you could take it with you, which you'd be able to, you'd be able to acquire one at either Corellan's Temple or Ione's, as both deal with arcane magic as well.
If we take the spell scroll, are we capable of using it ourselves?
Yes. If it eventually appears on your, if it's on your spell list, then you can cast it without trouble. If it doesn't appear on your spell list, there is a check required, which is the same check as if it's higher than a level spell you can cast.
Teleportation Circle is a 7th level spell, and the paladins never get access to it.
Teleportation
It's
is a 5th level spell, and none of us get access to it.
Sweet.
That is incorrect. Sorcerers get access to it.
They do?
Yep.
I'll be damned.
I know, right? It's like the one utility spell they get.
They don't deserve that utility spell.
Ooh.
Huh.
I just imagined Dirk saying in character, well, I'll be damned.
I guess I just imagined that clerics would get it. Arcana domain clerics can get it.
Yeah.
Arcana can get it, but aside from that, the closest you get is Plane Shift, which used twice can be more effective, but only used once. It's a bit of an inconvenience being stuck in a different plane for a day.
Indeed.
Isn't it a higher level spell?
Yes.
Hey, wow.
6th, I think, but it could be 7th.
I don't remember from Plane Shift. But yeah, that is very odd that it appears on the sorcerer spell list.
7th. But... Huh. Neat.
The more you know.
Since I am kind of making it normally the same DC for the same type of check as it would be for someone casting trying to cast a spell at higher level than they normally can, If it does eventually appear on your spell list, the DC will be lowered, since you should have a bit more inclination towards the spell.
Cool. But at least for teleportation circle, that's none of us.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a guarantee, but it would be possible. Actually, Karnak will say this. If you are to get teleportation circle cast here, I'm sure we could help lighten the expense if we can send some soldiers through with you. It would speed up their arrival as well.
And the other option is the boat.
Yes, which I can get you on for free and delay if necessary, but it will take over a week.
A lot of destruction could be wrought in that time.
Indeed.
Well, this involves your family, milady. What do you think of this plan?
Sorry. We should probably choose to waste as little time as possible.
I think that Dirk and I can cover the costs ourselves, but we would appreciate any help in that regard.
Can we?
I have... Are we not? Wait, did I misread my sheet?
I have 13 platinum.
Oh, I have 35.
Whoa, shit, he's holding out on
No,
you.
I lied. I did misread my sheet. I have 35 gold pieces. I have 12 platinum. So that means we only have 250 gold pieces. 285 gold pieces, which is not nearly enough. Yeah, I'm sorry. I misread my sheet.
Well,
Al would offer her 15 gold.
I think I got 14.
We have 314 gold pieces.
I have 24.
With our treasures running so low, the best we can do is offer half the cost, so long as we can send through soldiers with you.
But it sounds like we'll be on our own to walk to Stoneborough and walk back.
Indeed.
Which at a full march is a day and a half, I believe, each way.
Correct. I'm pretty sure.
It's a... if you push it, you could probably make it in a day one way.
Does the temple keep horses?
We
If
do
they
not.
do.
Other temples may.
Eskel, does your temple keep horses?
Some. Usually they are the property of particular clerics or paladins, but they do keep horses for training purposes.
We could do some, potentially.
I don't know that they'd be willing to part with 6, but we could always...
2 more riding sides, like, bleh, to a saddle.
Double up.
Snuggle up, buttercup.
It could be possible with the elves being the second passengers.
You just
And I'm
nearly made me
very
spit
small.
out my drink. Thanks, Kyla.
You're welcome.
Well, if we snuggle up Buttercup, that means we would be renting 3. Again, it is worth asking the question. I do not know what the answer will be ahead of time, so be prepared for a no.
Her ladyship already has a horse, and if she deemed to be willing to share it with Lord Thanon, it would only be
It
2.
would help in the long run. We would just need 2.
I do believe that both Lord Thenon and Lady Amelie are humans.
That's true. Shit. Do I count as an elf? I'm only 5 feet tall. I'm very tiny.
Al will pat Vaz on the head. I love you.
As I recall, Amelie's not all that large herself, so if it was you two in one saddle, it would probably be light enough for the horse.
Oh god.
There's no way in hell that's happening. I'm seeing it now.
What? Amelie and Vasilisa?
Indeed.
No, that sounds like fun. Let's do it.
For the
As long
sake
as
of
you
the mission.
consent. If it's for the mission, both of you need to suck it up.
I can manage.
Vaz,
I'm just gonna imagine.
hold your tongue.
3 hours later. Where's Lady Amelie? I don't know. She disappeared a little while ago.
She fell. Did y'all not hear her? Oh. No, I'm
Owl
kidding.
will pull Vaz aside. Better bite your tongue. This follows through. I do not want anybody getting hurt. And
Yeah,
that includes her.
Yeah.
Lean over to Dirk. When did we get a mom?
Vasilisa, I swear by the Raven Queen's demise.
Are you channeling Vala? Like, Jesus. Fine. It's fine.
Good.
It's fine. It's fine.
I think then we should decide if we are going to leave now and push hard, shifting our travel plans into making our day-night cycle nocturnal as opposed to diurnal, or if we are going to wait. But it seems to me that haste is necessary, so my vote, he raises his hand, is to leave soon and shift to nocturnal activity.
Owl will also raise her hand. Please.
Do I have to do the hand raising thing?
No.
Yes, Vaz.
Amelie is not participating in any sort of hand-raising activities.
For once, we
Fine.
agree.
Or just nods in agreement to the switching everything.
Owl will hold her hand to Eskel for like a high five.
He looks at it for a moment and then slowly pushes his hand forward to meet hers.
Cool.
I don't know what we're doing right now.
Good question. Anywho,
I believe it's called holding hands awkwardly.
no.
Not sure that's true. Our hands are simply face to face.
Indeed.
They
Anyway.
are friends. We have friend hands.
Can y'all stop being
Friendly
weird?
hands.
Degenerate.
Eskel literally turns to Vaz with eyes wide expression and goes, "You can stop?"
Some of us do manage it, yes.
That sounds like an amazing feat of will. I shall strive for it, but I make no guarantees.
Is anybody against this plan?
I mean, I have not understood the inclinations of Vaz or Lady Amelie or Lord Thenon. It could be tacit agreement, but as it stands, we're only certain that we have half the group.
It's agreement, but I'm not doing the hand raising thing.
Right.
How was I supposed to know you agreed if you didn't raise your hand? And you also didn't say anything.
This is...
Okay, that's a majority, at least. Thenon, did you have a feeling about this, so that I'm not just lumping you in because you would be the minority if you disagreed?
Is this that we should just keep going?
This is that
Yeah.
we should just keep going. It means we will probably be tired by the end of today, and by probably I mean definitely, but...
Yes, I think we should just keep going.
Okay.
Okay, so we got this. We arranged the thing with the temple. We gotta go borrow horses.
We will try to do that, then.
Ow, steal some horses.
Well, you recommended we try asking at the Temple of Bahamut, and that is a possibility. I know that the temple has some. Whether they will rent them to me for this type of mission or not is uncertain, so let's ask.
Oh.
For the sake of justice. I like justice.
I think it's fine, but I don't know if they can part with them. Basically, I'm saying, let's hope, but I can't make any promises.
Nope. Danon's just getting stepped on a lot today.
Jesus, apparently.
I don't know. I mean, he keeps sliding into other people's squares. I think he just wants a piggyback ride.
I am too small. Can't help.
Is Emily coming with us to...
I don't know, Dirk. Are you coming with us?
I'm dragging my... I have it, like, held, but I'm not moving until I see...
Waiting
like,
for Emily to move.
moving.
There you go.
They figured me out. Here? Just quietly see me wandering off.
Dirk, your charge.
Alright.
It's fine if she doesn't want to participate in getting horses, but Dirk's gonna be with her.
You know what? I don't need to participate in this. I already have a horse. Bye. I'm going somewhere else.
Is there anywhere in particular you would like to go, milady? Would you like to stop at the Temple of Ione, perhaps, while they deal with the horses?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, we'll take her to the Temple of Ione.
Like 6. I think that's right here or something. Oh, I need to send these fucking wings to my father, too.
I assume I would know a place to do that.
Yes, you'd be able to... There'd be a place near the docks for larger shipments.
Okay, if you would prefer to do that instead. I don't know if we have time for both.
Yeah.
But we can go to the docks, and I'm sure that there will be something that can be arranged to send that to your father.
Yeah, that needs to be handled, because it can't stay on the horse.
Okay. Then we go this way instead. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, 3.
Whee.
Ooh-wee.
Alright, I will deal with those at the Temple of Bahamut first, and then I will get back to your shipping needs.
Next day, Prime.
Not that kind of shipping.
I wasn't going there.
Someone was.
Not it. I was
Well,
just
me-
giggling. Sam has a point.
Alright. Temple of Bahamut. We need
Alright. So you arrive at the Temple of Bahamut. Like you would be greeted by, most people there, but also especially by the person running first desk, like front desk. Eskel, is there something? What has you back? Is there something we can help you with? Something go wrong?
Indeed. My group is hoping to thwart the schemes of a intelligent undead, and we need a few resources. I was hoping I could petition the temple for use of 3 horses capable of carrying up to 2 riders each, if we have them to spare.
We only need 2.
2?
Her ladyship already has a horse.
2 horses.
2 horses capable of carrying 2 riders.
1 would be as light as we could make it. But they would need to be strong enough to do that. I understand that the temple usually keep some unclaimed horses for training new recruits for combat.
Yes, we do have a couple. When would you expect to be back?
How many days left in the honeypot?
5, as I recall.
How many?
We are
Like
uncertain. The reality is we are uncertain, though, Vasilisa, because if the creature does not appear in Stoneborough, we will need to travel to Elysium via teleportation.
But we have to come back here first to meet up with the soldiers.
You're right, we do. We weren't able to purchase a scroll. Then yes, 6 days. Alright, I forgot about that part.
It's okay. That's why I'm here.
I think we could part with them for a couple days.
Well, it's 2. We need 6.
For 6 days.
Sorry, my friend here is very literal. He does not.
Yes, we've met.
Ah, that's right. That's right. That's where we are.
Oh, we'll look back and.
Well, you're in luck. We do have 2 war horses that would be available to loan you. But for the books, it would be appreciated if you could give us a few more details about this mission you're using them on for the next week or so.
Be traveling directly to Stoneborough to the southeast and directly back, and the danger includes whatever monsters or banditry exists between here and there, and potentially a Death Knight that we are hunting.
I see.
They would be kept as well out of harm's way as is possible.
Alright, everything appears to be in order. The cause is just.
Stoneborough has already been laid waste to, so.
Should, as you may or may not recall, may or may not for Eskel, definitely not for Tristan, should you return and the horse not, you will need to be able to supply half of the cost of getting anyone, supplied and trained. But we can take that from your pay, as you're not always going to be able to be here to collect it.
Of course. Dirk's going with me.
And we can split the cost between you two.
Excellent.
Ketavaz smiling in the back.
Al will just poke up behind us. By any chance have names?
She gotta speak up a little bit louder.
Al will poke out from behind Eskel. By any chance, do the horses have names?
They appear to be Hazel and Jake.
Jake from State Farm?
Don't make fun of my khaki horse.
Got it. Never use that name again.
Please tell me he's a khaki-colored horse.
He is now.
Yes.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
Khakis.
Sound hideous.
Well, she's a dude, so.
Sounds hideous.
Al will kind of just go, yes, under her breath.
For the khakis? Okay, Al. For your taste.
I like horses. Do not judge me.
Alright, well, I'm glad that we were able to work this out. I was concerned that we would have to make the trip on foot with a time limit.
Alright, When do you expect to be leaving? We can make sure to have them ready at the stable for you.
Not long from now, actually. We wish to be traveling during the night. And I pointed my face and say, obvious reasons.
Yeah, it's like, say no more.
Gestures to all of Eskel.
Vanna White's Eskel.
You can buy a vowel, yes.
Alright, then you'll see her turn to one of the acolytes and tell them to go get the horses ready. If you'll wait here a few moments, then you can simply take them with you on your way out of the city.
Al will be grinning.
As these are trained horses, they would be kept actually at the temple as opposed to the stables, like off-site.
I imagine that because the temple is training paladins as well as clerics, that it's going to have its own training yard where they can learn to ride the horses, learn to tilt.
Yes, all of the temples here are large, but especially those that have leanings towards the martial prowess tend to be rather large, with the Temple of Cord being probably the largest among them, as it is like a giant coliseum. That's its shtick.
If anybody wants to go see a show, we can always go to the Temple of Cord until we're ready to leave. Or not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You will understand.
Do you not see what she posted in the Unbound?
Oh, I just imagine it's iffy.
It is.
I hadn't seen it, though.
A distant screaming about a drum.
Ah, there you go. Yeah. There you go.
I have no clue what this is about. I'm not sure I want to know.
Somebody stole Ithy's drum.
You'll meet her one day.
Oh,
One
no.
of these days.
That's a promise.
That's a threat.
Or is it a threat? Yeah, that's more of a
Oh my
threat.
god!
What's wrong, Ash? Okay.
Ignore me while a pigeon fucking flies into the screen and scares the living shit out of me.
Ah. Well, while your heart rate gets back to normal, I'm going to jump back over to Team Docs.
Please do.
What? Stop.
They're doxing people, didn't you know?
So, you two head to the docks where there is a warehouse where you can have your shipping needs met.
It's same day delivery?
No. This
Same week delivery?
maybe, depending on where. If it's Steelport, probably.
Who knew we have Amazon now in this day and age? You'll just, there'll of course be a man behind what's effectively a front desk at the warehouse. Is there, or more accurately, be a smaller building kind of attached to the warehouse where the business would be conducted? Is there something I could help you with?
I'm assuming Dirk has gotten the goods for me. Because Amelie has, like, -1 strength.
I mean, I can be just holding everything if you want me to be.
Yes.
I can't see anything over, like, I'm just like, I
Pack
Dirk looks
Dirk.
uncomfortable, but
I'm going to gesture at Dirk and say, I need to get these shipped to Vino.
No. Alright. Do you wish for the entire journey to be by sea? Or are they going to Steelport and then making the rest of the trip by land?
Whichever's the quickest.
Going across land is a little bit quicker, so you don't have to go around the entire coast, but by sea is a bit safer, as the roads are a bit harder to secure.
Wait, time out. Isn't Vino before Steelport from this direction?
I think Vino is up at the north end, and Steelport's at the south end, and we are to the south.
Yeah, Vino's the northern side, so I guess it just depends on... It would be about the distance, depending on which way you go, because it's literally the exact opposite side of the island from the Isle of Heaven.
Oh, you know what? I just saw there's like a little water between that. Okay, yeah, whatever. Steelport is fine.
Alright. What is it all that you're having shipped?
Dirk, if you will.
Is there a place I could be putting this down?
I assume there's a countertop or something.
We've already established that it's funnier if I can't actually see, so...
Right.
Like, he would point, but he knows you wouldn't be able to notice that, so he's like, here, let me help you with that. And he'll just take kind of like the first thing or two and set it down on the floor, seeing as how there is quite a lot. So, but seriously, what all are you shipping? Because I don't remember.
I think it's just the wings and the fur from the manticore.
All right. These wings from you. That's Dirk. Did you go and kill a dragon? I mean,
there was a
manticore out of place for you, but well, dang.
There was a manticore terrorizing. Sam cannot remember the name of the guy's name.
Wolgraf's wayside.
Wolgraf, yes. There was a manticore terrorizing Wolgraf's on the way here, and we took care of that problem.
Ah, so knockoff dragon wings. Gotcha.
Aren't manticore wings feathered?
No.
They're dragon
Dragons. Dragon wings.
Because they are weird.
Yeah. I'm probably thinking of griffins.
I'd get in trouble if I brought home real dragon wings.
Should include a note.
Yeah.
Don't worry, these aren't dragon wings. They're
just a little note. These are from a manticore. Please let the designer come up with something. I don't know.
And all of this is to be sent to Vino. Where in particular, Miss
Du Saint-Clair. Send it to the Duke's household.
Sorry for the lack of title, my lady.
It's fine. Quite far away from home. Not everyone knows everyone.
Yes, not by face, but I do know by name. There is some trade that we make with you here. So I will make sure to have these sent out on the next ship to Steelport, and they shall be transported. Do you intend to provide payment up front, or is it to be collected upon arrival?
How much is it?
Let me think here. If you're not wanting to get them express shipped, basically send them out immediately before there's a full load ready to be sent. But then there's guards. I'd say it'd be about 200 GP.
I don't have that on me.
I mean,
Delivery.
shipping things are expensive because it's dangerous.
Who the fuck is gonna steal manticore wings and fur?
Anyone who wanted to acquire them to use in an outfit, which is a larger number of people than I thought.
It's me. Amelie's a trendsetter. Maybe.
But also, you could also, for if you are willing to wait just for the next ship to Vino, I could get them sent for a mere 50 gold pieces. It'd be a little slower, but it would be safer and thus cheaper. Because you don't have to pay ballistas. They're already part of the ship.
But you have to pay them off. I mean, you paid for them to be on the ship in the first place.
Yeah, but they recoup their investments, so... You know.
I don't have 50 gold pieces.
But your father does, so it can pay upon arrival.
I guess so. Well, it's not urgent, so...
So, they put them on the next ship to your father, then?
Yes, that'll work.
As you wish, my lady. Is there anything else, or shall I take these back to the storeroom until the ship is ready to depart?
No. Nothing else from me. Dirk, would you like to send anything to my father?
Or
I
anyone?
don't believe
Matter?
that I have any business. with that.
Yeah, I guess anyone.
I believe
Talking
that
to
I am all
Papa.
set here, my lady.
Good. Then let's go see if the others have finished with their business.
Alright. And with that, I need to get myself back on the correct map. Alright. So, both of your trips are relatively short, so you'd be able to meet at the gates at around the same time.
I mean, I probably return to the Temple of Bahamut first.
Okay. Well, you could return to the Temple of Bahamut and then either they're waiting for you, that's up to you guys, or they can be directed towards...
Yeah.
Did we go to the Temple of Cord to take in a show?
I mean,
I'm
I don't
absolutely
see why
okay with
not.
that.
I imagine it doesn't cost anything to attend.
Not usually,
Wrong.
and not in this case. But sometimes it does for the more grand tournaments. The temple does need to help keep itself afloat while serving cord at the same time. Which they do a lot
They
of.
serve refreshments.
Oh dear.
Not if they're not taking in ticket money.
Is there an elf named Ithiel performing?
Excuse me?
Not today.
You hear the telltale beat of drums.
And the screaming for more booze.
Jesus.
I miss Ithy.
So you go. So you lot are going to the Temple of Cord to watch a fight.
Cool.
All right.
Would have told the Bahamut people that that's where we went.
Right. And so, Jork and Lady Amelie would be redirected towards the Temple of Cord if they wish to join up there.
Would you call your friends with the Temple of Bahamut Bahomies?
Now,
Dirk would not.
My God.
there was one guy who did. He got thrown out.
He's with the Raven Queen now. He's a cleric there. He's doing very well for himself. But...
God damn
We
it.
do accept puns. It lightens
No,
the
we
mood
do not.
from all the death.
I do not.
Chances are he spends a lot of his time at the Temple for Garl Glittergold.
It's shiny there.
He was working on his material.
Indeed, he is.
Oh my God.
I'm
Gore,
here-
fighting, yes.
I'm here to watch this fight and learn some more shite about combat.
Cole, you're the worst.
All right.
Excuse me, I think
So-
you blew it best.
True.
Lady Amelie, are you?
Yeah, sorry, forgot to move her.
All right,
with-
just making sure. Don't
Wherever
move
Dirk
yet.
goes, I'm with Dirk.
All right. So then, are you two heading towards the Temple of Cord? Or... Okay.
I assume that they were there for a time. I don't know if there was anything in particular that happened. But...
Does Eskel have like a favorite seat or something that Dirk would know to join him at?
Ooh, maybe. Let's find out. I'm gonna do high or low for that. Oh, I don't.
Diane.
All right.
I rolled very poorly on my perception.
All right.
Usual.
So then it's pretty much just down to pure luck. Either one of you can roll me a percentile die, and we'll see if you manage to more or less bump into each other by accident.
I mean, I
Hey, is
imagine
this place, like, gross?
No, it would be kept fairly clean.
Okay.
You might not want to be seen in a place like this, but I mean, like, it's not particularly.
it is full of commoners.
Mm.
As is
There's
the
always
entire city.
ascending stones.
Yeah,
Did you use those today?
I don't
No.
think you have.
is it a one
Oh,
time,
yesterday, wasn't it?
one day use?
I got a 34%.
Oh, dude.
I got a 32%.
Why did we get unlimited texting?
High five!
All right. So the test actually was to see if you got remotely close to each other. So
2%! We're good friends.
So yeah, I look into the crowd. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do that, and then I go to
and you
like,
turn around
grab
and
a
bump
hot
into
dog.
Hot dog?
Good old cut me on throat dibbler. He's always there.
There you go.
Throat diddler? I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Cut me on throat dibbler.
Cut me on throat diddler.
Dibbler.
That's what I said.
Those are two very different words.
I heard dibbler.
Diddler.
Diddler.
I heard.
Emot. And Eskel's there at the same time. Like two people in front of me.
I love these things. I don't know what they're made of.
Oh, you don't want to know.
That's gross. That's really gross.
So, for the residents of the Isle of Heaven, you'd know that this arena is not only large, but made to actually be able to be shifted, more or less, into different formations for different types of battles. And in this case, there is a display of what one might call a asymmetrical fight. There is a polearm master in the center of the arena, which is in this case a smaller raised platform connected by two bridges to the edges. Who'd we lose? Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
With about 3 opponents coming out from each side. And Dirk, Eskel, and Lady Amelie would all actually recognize the fighting style to be nearly identical, if not a more advanced version of that which they saw the intelligent undead they fought performing with a pole arm.
Don't like that.
So, you see him be able to use his pole arm to take command of the bridges, being able to stop their advance and occasionally knock them off into the water below to deal with opponents that way. And as the fight drags on, the group will manage to get in a few good hits, but it seems, but due to the terrain, it is in the polearm, favor of the one wielding the polearm in the center, who's able to keep them at bay, doing his best to restrict it to just 2 opponents at a time by keeping them on the bridge as opposed to letting them on the island.
Good strategy right there.
But eventually, one managed to slip in, and once one's in, the rest were soon to follow.
Ellie almost did it.
But she was able to, and when things were looking rather bleak, he managed to push through one of them, favoring to just maneuver himself over attacking at this point, getting himself onto the bridge itself, which, with there being no way to pass him, turns into a 1v1 fight just 6 times in a row.
Well,
which he was rather predisposed to win.
the others were very unwise in the way they assaulted him.
Yes, it would have been a nice thing. They were it was kind of a one man takes on all comers, so it's not ones that were as nearly as skilled as him, but they did have numbers.
What they needed was range.
Indeed.
Well, that was fun and enlightening, honestly. And it killed a good chunk of time, so if we head out now, it should be dark by the time we get into the dangerous parts of the road. And I managed to find Dirk.
Dirk waves.
There'd also be a call at the end if there's any willing warriors looking to step up to fight.
No, we don't have time for this.
But we could.
I see the look in your eye.
Eskel.
No.
I've never gotten to fight in the Colosseum before.
Your day will come
Eskel.
another day.
We can do it when we get back, and I also owe you a puppy. We will do it when we return.
But if I can best this guy, we can know how to defeat that creature that took us on in Steelport.
But will we have the energy to make it to our destination?
Maybe.
That creature is also already in many pieces.
And burned.
But there could be more of them.
That's a future us problem. The current us problem is you too tired to ride a horse.
Current us needs to be prepared for future us problems.
Eskel,
What?
who is paying you?
Your father?
Yes. And what is my father paying you to do?
Keep you safe.
Great. I'm leaving. Lady Amelie walks out.
10 on, goes 2.
Remember, I hate when she does that. But that was fairly effective.
Well, you haven't seen the results yet.
I was gonna say, I wouldn't get her chickens just yet.
Dirk says to Eskel, it would be interesting to be able to do, but given the time constraints, it'd probably be best to do it another time.
We need to get after her.
Whee!
God damn it.
Baz would pat Eskel on the shoulder. Another time. Another time.
Yeah. Let's get the horses.
You would have caught this warrior's name. I'll come up with it later. Just for the record.
I'll look at Eskel. Remind me later. I'll owe you.
He nods and moves out of the, through the crowd and out of the temple. Toward the Temple of Bahamut. Or wherever the horses are being held.
They'd be at the stables around here. You just can't see it because it would basically be blocked from the wall at this angle.
Okay. He moves there. Yeah, right?
So, is Lady Amelie on her way to the stables as well?
Yeah. Didn't know where the stables were. Here we go.
Alright.
Struggling there, Dirk. Took you a minute.
Working poor Dirk to death.
I gotta earn this paycheck.
Okay. Excuse me. So, you're able to get your 2 war horses, Jake and Hazel, and you can set out on the road. Heading towards Stoneborough.
Okay, but who's doubling up with who?
That is a good question.
I think it was already predetermined that Vaz and Lady Amelie would be together.
Yep, and I believe so that remains Askel, Dirk, Thenon, and Al, with the elves being named to be the second riders so as to lighten the load on the horses.
Oh, Dirk, we get to ride together.
That poor horse.
That would be a lot of weight
A
for
lot of armor.
the armor, so we should probably not.
Wait. Why would Dirk... No, the elves. You're an elf.
I'm an elf.
Yeah, so you and Al.
No, you would... He's saying each of the other people needs to ride with an elf.
Oh.
I am also an elf. So
Yeah.
So it sounds like the riding pairs are Lady Amelie and Vasilisa, Thenon and Askel, Dirk and Al.
sounds like a plan.
Is this correct?
Seems reasonable.
Lady Amelie?
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Alright, so off to Stoneborough you go. You will actually be able to make it before morning, now that you're riding on horses. It doesn't take a full day. you'd be able to make it around 5 a.m. or so.
That's not so bad.
No?
And with the road having previously been cleared out, more or less, by your group, effectively patrolling up and down it for the past couple of days, you're able to make it through without incident.
That seems fair.
We just need a good work. Time for a nap.
We have a problem.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
The party seems to have forgotten a horse for Kark, along with Kark.
Wait,
Oh,
I
shit.
thought he wasn't coming.
Yeah, it seemed like Karik wasn't coming. I'm a little confused as to what the result of that conversation was. It sounded like if he wasn't...
That is my bad, then. He was just trying his best to lay out your options should things not go appropriately, but he was able to come to accompany you for this outing. So since that is a result of my poor communication, he will have his own horse and simply ride along with you.
Okay. Because I thought we had to... His purpose was to teleport us if this was wrong, so we would have to go back there anyway, so we didn't necessarily...
Because we had to pick up his soldiers.
Yeah.
His, you need to go back there to have somebody else cast it, since clerics don't get the, spell.
True. Well, Arcana clerics do.
Yeah, Arcana clerics do, but those are rare, as the only one known to come out consistently is the champion of Corellin, as he is, one of the patrons of arcane magic.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised Ione doesn't have one too, but still.
She wouldn't have. She might have an arcane cleric, but there wouldn't be one at this time. But there would be wizards studying at both temples, so there'd be someone you could get to cast it. If not, well, there's no way. You'd be able to. There are some on those temples' payroll specifically because they study those arts.
Okay.
So, apologies for the miscommunication. That's my bad. So, you're able to arrive at Stoneburrow, which I should still have the map for in the archive. Just need to make a little space. 1 moment. This page. Archive this page. Open the archive. Stoneburrow. So you're able to make it to Stoneburrow. And it appears to be more or less like you left it.
Nice. That building is still on fire.
Building's not still on fire.
It might still be on fire.
I hope not.
Those are on the map layer. Joy. I'm just going to delete that. That. And that. That's how much. No, it's not much. I will leave the token for the Death Knight where it died, as its armor would still be there, and you'd be able to identify where it fell in case it's important for what you wish to do.
There it is, the Death Knight. Okay.
Alright, and so, let's see.
The child.
Uh-oh.
No child here.
What child? I don't know what you're talking about. I will go fetch a token for her. Let's see here. Game rules. cleric. Sense for 17 things. What do they? There. So, what do I have? Stock. I need to go. This'll do.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
he big.
He big boy.
Right, and
And now he baby.
Oh no, he's hot.
I mean, you said it, not me.
I can't see him anymore, so I can't tell. Too small to know if hot or not.
Whoa, hey. It's not about the size, it's how you use it.
Alright, well.
If you wanted to go there.
all right. So, he would be, wearing half plates and a shield, both emblazoned with the symbol of the Raven Queen, along with wielding a mace, I believe. Well, even though this picture depicts a sword, deal with it.
So many. See.
We should probably bring them in and see if the town has a stable.
I think we'd be able to see it if it did.
Yeah, there is like a little bar where you could tie them out here.
Outside the walls?
It would be out front as there isn't, I mean, there is space. Like, there would be, I guess, some, there might be another one over here, kind of in front of the inn. But other than that, those would be the two places that are designed for tying up horses, but there are, of course, trees.
I feel safer with them inside the walls.
Alright, well, these should all be allowed to be moved by anyone, so feel free to move the horses where you, and yourselves where you wish to be. Kark will make himself known as a knowledge cleric in particular, as it is his job to relay knowledge, normally between the temple and the front lines.
Well, what do the rest of us know about knowledge clerics?
Well, those who've had training at the Isle of Heaven, being Dirk and Eskel, would know, and I think, and Lady Amelie can know if she likes, having a fair amount of interest in Ione.
Yeah.
You know that they favor their spellcasting over weapons when it comes to combat. But more importantly, they can gain proficiency. They can use their channel divinity to gain proficiency with a single skill or tool for the next 10 minutes. They can also use it to read a creature's thoughts as well, with their channel divinity. And if they are high enough level, they can use a feature called Visions of the Past. Which is, I will just try and read it verbatim. They can call up visions of the past that relate to an object you hold or your immediate surroundings. You spend at least 1 minute in meditation and prayer, then receive dreamlike, shadowy glimpses of recent events. You can meditate this way for a number of minutes with your wisdom modifier, and must maintain concentration during that time as if you're casting a spell. And they can only use it once per short or long rest. I can give more details on object or area reading if requested.
So I would just sort of gesture to the destroyed village as a whole and say, as you can see, Kark, the creature is quite capable of large amounts of destruction if left unchecked, which is why we are pursuing its end.
I see.
Dirk, where's our charge?
On her horse.
Listen, it's me and Denon chilling with the horses, alright? The fucking knife.
Shit.
Oh, God. Jeez, you're starting to disappear once, and the whole party is just like, where you at?
I mean, honestly, it's not the whole party. It's the two
also
people
just-
who are being paid to keep an eye on you.
You know what? That's fair.
And you might have been able to let it lessen after a while, but you literally just played the "you're being paid to protect me" card and left.
It's true. I sure did. And it worked.
So is Dirk's coming back out, is he?
I mean, yes, Dirk is coming back out.
So I'm just gonna walk forward and go, is it safe in there?
For now.
As safe as we left it,
Oh,
as far as I
excellent.
can tell.
So,
Then I'm just
not
gonna
at
head
all.
in. Just heading in, and I'm gonna just walk up to this house and just see if I can find a bed.
Would you care to come inside the village, Lady Amelie?
Yeah.
Don't get yourself killed. Owl holler to
Speaking
Venom.
of which, what are the two humans doing for light?
I can cast light.
And Euthanon?
You give me disadvantage, I'll sue your ass.
Hmm?
You mentioned light.
Let me see.
I'm joking.
You just-
I have a torch.
Okay.
I don't
was
care
about
what
to say,
light
it's like
sources they use. They can
20
have
foot
as much
radius.
light as they want. It just can't be sunlight.
So, now that you guys have more or less dismounted, my Kark will be kind of walking in, looking grimly at the surroundings. Didn't know it was this bad. Didn't think one creature could do this much damage that quickly.
I can't move the other two horses.
The people put up a fight. It was obvious when we got here. More specifically, the adventurers that came through this town.
Uh,
But they fought long and hard.
You're 12.
I updated the two horses if people want to move them.
Still can't move them.
Yes, I
Seriously?
I don't know where the f***ing horses went. guys.
Alright, just tell me where you want them, I'll move them and I'll figure it out later.
Where I put the other three horses.
Stable, preferably.
There
There
isn't
is no
a stable
stable.
here.
Oh, well,
It's a small town and none of the people here own horses.
Do they have a
the
barn?
fuck? Okay.
I mean, maybe they did, but like, there's a very large fire here.
Right.
This is accurate.
Got them all tied to the front of the inn. It's the best we can do.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was special. Alright, and you are the ones that killed the Death Knight when you got here, correct?
We dealt the final blow, yeah.
There wasn't much, air quotes, life left in him, honestly.
Is the final arrow that I shot still where the armor is?
No, I believe it. Any arrows you either declared collecting if you could find them, or they were broken.
Okay. I figured, but
the armor is still there.
okay.
As is his sword and shield, I believe.
Cool.
So with you being a knowledge cleric, maybe you could take a look at the armor and tell us more?
I can. It'll be a bit difficult without having a little bit of rest first. Perhaps in the morning or tomorrow evening, if that's the goal. Or if you believe it to be that urgent, I can look at it tonight. He'll be looking to the three people with divine training, and they are what he'd see as kind of the leaders in the situation.
Honestly, I think we all just want to bed at this point.
I encourage those to sleep.
Vaz just lays down on the ground.
Vaz. Al will look down at Vasilisa. If I have to carry you to bed, I will. But
carry me.
I assume I need to make a strength check.
What's your strength?
Give me one quick second.
We went too long without a sleep.
While we're on it, Vasilisa, what's your weight?
How C? Where's C? Features. Description. 120 pounds.
Okay.
Small.
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 My strength is a +0, but... A 19?
Your strength is what?
My strength's a 10.
10. And sorry, I distracted myself with the readings. What was your weight again, Vasilisa? Sorry.
120.
120. How much does your armor weigh, out of curiosity?
That's a phenomenal question. 55 pounds.
Okay, so we're gonna just call that 175.
75.
Okay.
So I don't think if she wasn't wearing the armor, you could probably carry her. But with the armor on, I think you're gonna have a bit of trouble with just 10 string.
Could I try rolling? I know that's possible. Is that an option?
You can just drag me.
I'm dragging's an option. You can drag her.
I don't want to drag her.
Let me check some characters.
Or you could have just fussed at her. She would have gotten up.
When that happens, Dirk looks at Eskel, catches an eye, and like mimes falling over towards him.
I will travel at Dirk. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm trying my best. Bite. You jerk.
Turk is safely on the other side of me.
On Vaz. Let's find her bed. Now we'll hold her out.
Okay. She'll take it and then get up.
But we have. We left it.
Dreams of fighting in the
Days.
column were crushed.
My dreams of sleeping through the night were crushed.
I discussed this in detail, that would be the case.
I know.
We're going to be sleeping through the day. I imagine everybody has a point of exhaustion.
Sleepy Vaz.
Yes, you would be suffering from exhaustion at this point just because of how long you've been awake.
Which means that we are at disadvantage on skill checks.
Yes.
So if I wanted to investigate a house that Vaz and I would be going into, I would be at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Investigation's a skill.
You know what? I'm gonna try it anyway, because you never know.
Alright, if you wish to try to investigate, please roll with disadvantage.
If I remember correctly, the house is on the back row. We're not on fire.
Correct. This, like, you can't see that. 8.
15 advantage.
Those houses, were not on fire.
Oh, look, an inn.
And what is it you were investigating, Al? Sorry.
The house / inn we'd be going into so I can bring Basilisa to get some rest, and I might also end up crashing.
Alright, what is it you're looking for?
Just any signs of a threat or anything of that sort.
Alright, you're able to check and clear the building fairly efficiently.
Excuse me.
And you don't find anything out of the ordinary, so you believe it will be safe to rest.
Okay. Cool. She would still have her bow drawn, regardless. Just in case. Come on, Vaz. Safe and
Lead the way.
Al would lead the way. I
Alright.
assume it's still darker out.
Yeah, it's still fairly dark. It's around 5:30 at this point.
Vaz, I don't remember. Do you have dark vision?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I can't see it as far as you, but I can see a good distance.
Good to know. I will be right back, by the way.
So, Kark, after seeing the inn get cleared, is going to make his way there.
Lady Amelie, should we also find a place to rest?
I suppose so.
That's where everyone else is going. Then. Gotta go over there.
Yum.
Safety in numbers. What nap?
Knowing where I found that book last time. Also, it already looks like, my friend Thenon is here. This house was mostly intact.
Yep. Although it only had one bed, which is currently being occupied by Thenon. There is a somewhat comfy office in the back you could try and occupy.
Wasn't there a bed up in the tower?
don't think
No,
so.
there was only about enough room for the telescope. But there was a bed directly below the tower. Because that's where you would gain access to it.
Oh, here?
Yep.
Oh.
I don't think Thenon wants to share his bed.
I'll just snuggle up to Thenon.
No word on this, Thenon?
I'm checking to see. I don't have any poison.
Damn, I thought he was gonna roll to snuggle, but the man's out here trying to murder. Understandable.
I don't know, Derek made it sound like it was another bed.
No.
I was not trying to. It is the same bed. It's just under, like, it's just at the base of the tower, because that's like the ladder up into it's in the bedroom, because it was meant to be private.
There's only one bed in building.
Okay.
There was only one bed.
I failed to see why that's a problem.
And then they were roommates.
I think Thenon is gonna stab you.
I
Or
need to
poison
try.
you.
That would not be a good look.
You got in bed with him!
And?
Yeah, you got in bed with the noble, like, that's kind of grounds for execution.
Good luck surviving out here without us, nobles.
Like, just in general, it's not cool.
What happened?
Eskel's crawling into bed with Thenon uninvited.
Mhm.
Oh lord.
What are you doing?
What are you?
Protecting the nobles.
Oh, thank God.
I don't think you've been hired to protect me, have you?
If you try to slip into Amelie's bed, there will actually be a murder. I have fucking... How many spell slots do I have left? 2 for level 2 ice knife and 4 for regular ice knife, and I have inspiration. Try me.
Yeah, but it sounds like all of those are at disadvantage if he's next to you.
Don't touch me. I don't care.
And you'll hit yourself if he's next to you.
No, I won't.
Yeah, well, I suppose you could spend sorcery points to avoid it, but otherwise you would.
Exactly. I'm willing to spend sorcery points. Are you willing to take the chance?
I'm guessing he could survive 5 ice knives.
Could you survive 2 more regular knives?
Oh, let me check my health. Yeah, I'm almost full.
That's without armor, remember.
Haven't taken it off yet.
You just climbed into bed with a dude with her armor on? I mean, yeah, use protection, but I don't think that's what they're talking about.
Derek, close your ears.
Sorry, Derek.
You're fine.
I mean, Al would probably end up sleeping like at the bottom of Vasil's bed, but like we've known each other for how long?
You don't have to sleep at the bottom like a dog.
Well, like okay, like leaning up against like the headboard at the back of the I don't know how to explain it. Fuck.
Oh, sorry, wait, because you trance, right? So you sit upright.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that
That's
would
weird.
be possible.
It's still weird, just sitting there at the bottom of the bed, like, hello.
Avoiding getting kicked occasionally.
Yes, very much so.
Also getting kicked occasionally.
She picked the correct
Yeah.
end. She can't get stabbed.
This is true.
Any event, it is not wise for anyone to be off on their own while we're here.
But he is sleeping with Lady Amelie. Except for Lady Amelie.
But you're in the inn with the rest of us.
What
Please.
else is in this room?
There's not much beside like a bed, an end table, and like a window or two, along with the ladder leading up into the observatory.
That L has already explored.
I mean, how
Why
big's the
don't you
bed?
just go find a chair or something?
Go find a chair, you stupid bitch.
Why would I do that?
Pardon my ignorance, but I believe humans sleep, elves don't.
Fine. Is there a chair?
There wouldn't be in this room, but you know, there's one in the office you could go acquire.
I acquire it and put it right next to the bed.
Oh,
Oh,
There's this
boy.
loud, like, scraping noise as he just drags the chair behind him, bumping over nuts in the wood in the floor.
Yeah. Then just the
All right.
clanging of the removal of half-plate armor.
You have a chair. It's in roughly this square.
I assume I have no help removing my armor.
Incorrectly.
Alright, it's
Oh,
gonna be a
wow,
long
that's it.
period of a lot of noise.
Can I possibly make a perception check to try and wake out of my trance?
For stuff going on in the other building?
Oh, other building. I didn't hear that part. I was AFK. Ah,
Yes, they're off in the Stargazer's house, as I shall call it.
oh.
That's why they're
Then
staring
no.
each other down like this.
fellas.
However long that takes. I think it's 5 minutes.
I believe so. I don't particularly feel like looking it up, so I'm going to just assume that's correct.
Well, it says it takes 1 minute to doff medium armor. 5 minutes to put it on.
It's always easier to get out of something than
I
into.
suppose that's true.
So, we have the Eskel-Thenon stare-off.
I mean, I'm gonna win that stare because I'm gonna go into a trance. He's gonna have to fall asleep.
And then we have the rest of you finding rooms in the inn. Is that correct?
Correct.
Alright. The rooms are not, like, luxurious, really, in any way, but they're made kind of small and compact, but they are, functional. About large enough to hold a bed, and small end table with enough room to get around the bed to get into it, and that's about it. So there'd be enough room for everyone, but there's not much else here. It's kind of like a bunkhouse with walls instead of just being open. So, are you guys doing any type of watches, or are you just sleeping?
The people trancing are aware of their surroundings, and it only takes 4 hours, so...
Yeah.
If the others want watches, they can set them up, but the elves are going to be capable of performing all-night watches.
Let's say I have an owl at the foot of my bed. I'm good.
Dirk's just out.
Yes,
Kept
Al
the
is
old
gonna
man.
protect all 4 of these individuals.
Mighty Amelie is sleeping uncomfortably.
Alright, you will see that Kark will be, kind of standing guard out front of the inn, for the first, couple hours or so before getting his rest.
Like 2 hours, I assume? Yep. Okay. Al would...
Nothing, you were saying?
I was just gonna say Al would wake probably 2 hours. Replace. I don't want to butcher his name.
I'm sorry, that came through a bit broken up for me. Would you repeat it, please?
I said Al would replace him 2 hours later, by just waking up for the day / whatever time it is at point. And take watch after him.
Alright. So, 2 hours will go by, and it seems to be uneventful. The next 2 will pass as uneventful, and you're able to get outside. And keep watch there.
As quiet as possible, not to wake anybody.
Alright. They'll, due to exhaustion, they'll all be pretty sound asleep, so there's nothing to really worry about there.
Okay.
And the night will appear to have passed rather uneventfully, as far as you can tell. So, well, not the night, sorry, the day, I suppose. So, if you went to bed around, let's say 6 for simplicity's sake, if you only slept 8 hours, it would be about 2 when you got up. So, does anyone sleep in, or do you just intend to get up late afternoon and work from there?
Vaz will absolutely sleep in.
What of Eskel? What will he be doing with his extra time, as he only takes 4 hours?
He's got the book he wants to read, and he's also got a journal that he keeps, so he's going to wait for Zenon to actually rouse out before putting on his armor, since that is cumbersome and noisy.
Okay. So then I suppose it goes to Thenon. Would you be sleeping in or getting up once the 8 hours have passed?
How much sleep do I have to get rid of exhaustion? Like, does
Regular
Just
sleep.
8. Yeah. Regular sleep without armor.
Sure thing. After 8 hours, I'll get up.
Alright.
Eskel is still sitting in the chair. He appears to be writing in a book. He is bare-chested.
Health arms. Bare chest.
He looks up. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Never mind.
Don't.
And what of Dirk?
He will probably be getting up after the 8 hours of just being completely out. He'll need to go find Eskel for help with his armor. Because he can't.
Oh, good. Eskel needs help with his armor.
Hmm?
I said, oh, good. Eskel needs help with his armor, too.
So Dirk will leave to go and find Eskel. Did he see that you went into the other building?
I don't know. We went into our respective buildings near the same time, so it's possible, but I'm not certain.
So he probably knows that you didn't go into this building.
Yeah, he's definitely aware of that.
I'll leave it to you guys if you want to know where each other are or not.
Dirk takes like 20 minutes trying to find between different buildings where he is, and eventually...
You just, like, have the different armor plates draped over you, not fastened, or are you carrying, like, a pile of armor?
I was debating whether just carrying the pile of them or just leaving them in the room.
I mean, either's fine.
Like, hey, can you like come and help? It is funnier to just be carrying a. So yeah, like Dirk is just like armful of plate, with, like hip checking doors.
Eskel? No, he's not in there. All right, next one. Eskel, buddy? No, not in here either. Okay.
Would the banging wake me up?
Probably.
Maybe.
I mean, he does not doing that in that, but like there isn't a whole lot of
nearby.
banging other than just like maybe like running into a wall or two, and he's walking with his
just the jingle, the jingle of the chain shirts among the other plates.
He drops a gauntlet and doesn't notice it.
Clang.
So.
We get to that part. It's like, where's? Like Eskel's just like doing straps. It's like, where's your other gauntlet?
Huh. I hope we can find it.
It's probably in town.
After Dirk.
I did not catch what you had said.
I was just mentioning Al would probably try calling after Dirk. Just wait, you forgot a piece.
It fell very early. It fell like in the room.
Oh shit. Well.
So yeah, you find Eskel like putting his half plate over his head and like doing up the straps he can reach. While I'm not sure what Thenon is doing, probably just grumping at him.
Yeah, let's see. Armor.
You both hear a distinct, like, clinking noise.
And Thenon wakes up, Eskel's writing in his book, and just, sort of without looking up, goes, "You know you snore when you sleep, right?"
I don't care. I'm no, long lineage, noble family, I can do what I want.
Well, that's very true. You do seem to be in quite a bad mood lately. Something up?
Oh, I don't know. It might have something to do with that undead thing that we've factified. This is a bit ugh.
Well, that's understandable. I hope you won't take it out on me, though. We're all here trying to do the right thing.
I may take it out on the undead.
That's entirely reasonable. Please do. Won't be easy to destroy. I've been cataloging our journey so that I can remember it later. I was just writing up the part about the harpy thing. Siren.
Yeah.
Look, we're going to find a way to destroy this thing, okay? It's not going to be immediate or super easy, but I believe that we can do it. We just need to figure out who he was in life, it seems, so I think that Lady Amelie will be able to help us with that, and we've got 2 clerics of the Raven Queen now. We've got odds on our side.
Well, the future's looking bright.
That's what we want. Anyway. Got any time to help me with this, or you got other things to do? He, like, holds up his arm with all these, like, hanging, straps.
Is there any particular trick to doing this?
Just help me with the ones I can't reach. I imagine somewhere around here is where, like, around after you start helping me is when Dirk would show up. Yeah. We're like, yeah, just like that. Okay, yeah, then do that one. I'm just, like, pointing at them as best I can. Yeah, like, just, like, slapping at it across the cuirass. Like, yeah, I can't reach that one. Do that one, too. Thank you.
Very well.
Ah, Dirk! Good morning.
Afternoon.
Here for armoring?
Please.
Excellent. Alright. Then thank you so much. We can handle the rest for each other if you would prefer to be elsewhere. I understand.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
Thank you for your help.
Very welcome. I'm just going to walk out into the outside.
Good morning.
Dirk, you seem to be missing some bits from your pile.
Well, we'll find them.
We will. Let's start with what we have. Get in here.
Al had been saying something to Thenon.
I said good morning.
Oh, yes. Good morning.
Kark will. Oh wait, forgot. Amelie's come back. So switch. Is Amelie sleeping in, or is she getting up?
I'm gonna say she's gonna get up only because the bed sucks. To get ready for pissed off Amelie.
I mean, the bed doesn't suck. It's
different than normal Amelie?
Small. I suppose it might suck for someone used to
It's bad to
power
Amelie.
things.
Everything sucks right now for Amelie. Alright, whatever. Wake. Ugh.
If Vasilisa doesn't wake up after half an hour, Al would go and try and fetch her.
Right?
You're absolutely gonna have to try and come and get her.
She will mention to Keurig, I will be right back.
Well, before you leave, kind of near the start of that half hour, you're giving Vasilisa to get up. He'll
fair.
say, were you keeping watch this, right? Or I
Somewhat.
suppose this morning.
Yes.
Oh. Did you notice anything?
Did I notice anything?
You did not.
I did not notice anything out of the ordinary, no. Why do you ask?
Well, you were on watch. It's best to know if anything had happened in the night.
Well, did you witness anything?
No. It seemed to go by without much problem.
Alright. Well, I'm glad there's no problem. At least as of right now.
Do
Damn it, where is that girl?
you know where Eskel is? I'd like to know how he'd like to start things, or perhaps Lady Amelie if she's away.
Well, I saw Dirk head over that way. I would be pointing to where she saw Dirk bring his armor. So I can imagine that's where they are.
I believe Lady Amelie's up at this point, correct?
Should be, yeah.
So you'll basically be coming out. Lady Amelie, did you sleep well?
Lady Amelie is going to look around with, like, you know, that face that's like, are you serious? And then look
Good
back
morning,
at him.
Lady Amelie.
I suppose you could say that.
Would you like any coffee or tea?
Can I roll to see if that tea is any good?
Derek?
Like, would I be able to tell
Tell what? Sorry,
if the tea is of good quality?
It's probably okay. I wouldn't say it's like not the best, but it's not like crummy.
Okay. She's gonna make kind of a face and be like, no. Yeah.
Of course. If there's anything else, feel free to let me know, okay?
She's gonna give you a really, like, weirded out face.
I will just smile.
I'm tempted to cast Detect Magic on you. Being weird.
Whatever do you mean?
Oh no, I was thinking out loud. That wasn't me actually, Stomily actually saying that.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Actually, you know what? I should probably make sure there's nothing around here anyways. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Go for it.
Regularly or subtly?
You know what? Let's do it. You know, I don't trust this other dude either. He was being a little sus too.
He said, how'd you sleep?
No. When he was talking to Al.
It's because he was looking for Eskel. It's very suspicious when people look for Eskel.
No, whatever. Whatever.
Teasing you.
Where's the... Yeah, I'm gonna do this subtly. Where's the thing to do the subtle?
If you've got subtle casting, that's, I think, one extra point of sorcery.
Yeah, the sorcery point. There we go. Alright. What do I see?
Let's see. That's 30 feet. Takes through. So you want alright. Let's see. Would this guy have anything magic on him? you'll yeah. Al, do you have any magic items on you?
Give me one quick second. I have to look and see. I don't believe I do. I shouldn't.
Yeah, but is she under the influence of magic right now?
No.
Do I need to give you a ticket, ma'am?
No. And no and no. She is being sincere.
Weird. Okay. What about the other guy?
He is not under the effect of any type of magic. You don't see an aura coming from him, so he's not under the effect of a spell. And you don't detect any magic at all, so there's no magic within 30 feet of you. Unless you have something on you that's magic.
I mean, probably, but...
Like, do you have any potions or magic items?
Don't I still have that... Oh wait, who has the potions that we got here last time?
Did we distribute them?
Yeah, you did. I don't remember who you distributed.
I have a potion of speed, an elixir of health, and a potion of poison. Oh, that's right. I think I took them all to get, identified. I don't know if I doled them out after that. I have 3 potions.
So you have the potions
I
still.
think that's the case, yeah.
Okay.
I have a potion of speed.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe we did dole them to the people who seemed most in need of them. Check you guys' equipment.
I remember Al asked for the poison, but you didn't give it to her.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
How dare you! That would be rad. Okay.
You want to drink poison?
No, tip my ear. Wait, fuck, man, come on. Or is it only ingestible?
So I should see all the potions. I should see that armor and weapon, right?
No, because they're out of range.
Okay.
If you or Al have any potions on you, then you detect magic, but you don't see any auras, and you don't know what schools yet, because you haven't had the ability to focus on them.
Right. So... Wait. Isn't this guy supposed to have something like magic to like talk to the people back home or something?
Yeah, he has a spell.
Oh. Okay.
Spells are magic.
Wait, he's a spellcaster and he doesn't have anything magic on him?
Correct.
We have one magic thing. We have the morphing armor and the morphing sword.
Oh, no. I'm not worried about you guys. I'm worried about this one guy who hasn't been here with us.
I mean, I don't know if I'm part of this conversation yet, so I'll hold my tongue.
You are currently out of range, so I'm trying to just... like, to the best of my knowledge, you don't detect any magic.
Okay,
So
not even where the Death Knight was.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so there's no magic.
For the record, just to clarify how the spell works a little. If you cannot, when you cast a spell, you can detect magic within a 30-foot radius of you, and if it's within line of sight, you can see an aura kind of around it. But if it's not within line of sight, you would just detect it. So, if you or Al had items on you, you would detect those, and any items the other person had on him at the same time, not knowing which was which. Basically, I just explained it horribly.
I think I get it. So I don't detect anything within 30 feet of me right now.
Correct.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Note that it is blocked by a amount of wood. I think it's like 2 or 3 feet of wood. So things in like the inner rooms of the inn wouldn't be detectable.
Okay.
Would I be able to now go try with Vasilisa?
Sure, but we'll get to that in a second. As I've left Eskel and Dirk out of this for a hot minute. So, Eskel and Dirk, you would have gotten your armor on while this conversation's going on, and so you can feel free to move yourselves to your next destination.
It takes like 10 minutes for heavy armor, so
Yeah, it's 5 minutes for me. And part of it was already done because Thenon helped me.
Yeah. I'm just going to stand underneath the tree.
I imagine it's like 2:30-ish right now.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Because I think we got in, you said around 5 a.m. We dicked around for a while and then went to sleep. I would just say 6 a.m. 8 hours from that is 2.
Yep, and then there's that at least 15 minutes of you guys getting an armor, which we're gonna round up to 30 from talking and delays and things.
Yeah. Okay, so 2:30-ish. Oh, I'm gonna come out and be like, ugh, it's still sunny out here. Good morning,
Yeah.
everyone.
Good morning.
What's on the docket for today? How many days have we got left, Mr. Earn?
The Arn will respond with 4 days, sir.
that's horrifying.
Hey, since they've moved within my range, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they have.
What do I detect?
You would detect magic as they move within range, and you'd be able to see it on Thenon and I believe Eskel for the armor and sword.
Okay.
I think Thenon's a sword, but I don't remember.
Crossbow, sorry.
Crossbow.
Dirk has a potion and a sending stone.
Yep, I think I have the other sending stone
And
and
so,
the
yeah, you would detect magic on Dirk as well, basically when he enters the area, but you wouldn't be able to see it on him, as those are not well, you would be able to see the potion, I expect, 'cause that would be like on your belt somewhere to easily get to it. But, you wouldn't see the sending stone.
Okay.
But that should not. None of the magic on Dirk should come as a surprise to Lady Amelie.
So what's on the docket? We've got 4 days until this supposedly happens. What preparations do the clerics of the Raven Queen believe we should be taking?
Well,
About a second. I'll be right.
You can probably wait. Dr. Lisa, was it?
Oh, is she not up?
She is, she appears to be, asleep still.
I see. Have you had a chance to speak with her, Karik? You know, she was, given the, powers of a high priestess in Steelport, so I feel like you two should be working together.
It hadn't come up. We only did some light chatter on the road as we rode. Everyone's mostly went to sleep once we got here.
That's unfortunate. We rode for like 10 hours.
Indeed. Everyone's probably feeling a little sore, but, you know, fine nonetheless.
I feel fine now that I've had a chance to rest. I suppose we should wake Vasilisa, yes. We should definitely have everyone here so that we can have all of the input.
Vaz.
Eh.
Time to get up. Up and come on.
1 more hour,
Meh.
No,
please.
no.
Why?
I'm going. If she does not get up, Al is going to cast precipitation because I have that as a cantrip, and mimic the feeling of ice on my hand and touch her shoulder.
You could do that if you have a glove or some other inanimate object you want to chill.
I have gloves on,
Alright, then good enough.
so I do that.
Jesus fucking! Why?
Ooh.
She'll pull her arm away and back up. Now, you're awake. Come on. The others are talking. 99% sure of it.
I hate you.
You love me, don't lie. I'll get you some coffee or tea.
Eskel turning his elven ears to the sky out front going, I think she might be up.
That's good.
Al will kind of dragging Vaz behind, dragging quote unquote, making sure she's following closely behind.
Vaz would not struggle.
Okay,
She's not happy about it, but she's arm out, head down, sad.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. And look who finally...
Is it a good morning?
You love me.
Make sure that you're speaking up and into the mic, Ash. It's very hard to hear you.
You love me, don't lie to them.
Right now, I hate you.
This is
They're
understandable.
not mutually exclusive, as I've learned.
No, that's fucking fair.
What was said? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Derek had said those are not mutually exclusive. I said fucking fair, I guess. Right. I'm awake. We're all gathered. Where's the tea?
Al will bitch the pot, as they say.
I'm told rough mornings can be helped by hair of the dog. I don't see any dogs around, though.
Oh, we killed those, didn't we?
Those were wolves, and that was awful.
Let's take a long, slow sip.
So, now that everyone's here, Vasilisa, what do you believe should be our first course of action over these next few days? As you are the,
resident expert.
You've had a bit more experience with these things than I, and you're, frankly, with that writ of yours that I've been told about, you outrank me. So, what is it you wish for us to do?
It's hard to make a decision on these things. As you know, we don't have much information, and the only way to actually get rid of it is for it to get rid of itself, really. Do you have any suggestions?
Hold it in. Of course. Hold it. I could try and read the area or one of the objects that belonged to the Death Knight in hopes of gaining more information.
There is a pile of its equipment there.
If I read the area, how long ago was this place attacked?
Like 5 days?
No, it was 7 days that we had after we destroyed it. So it's 7 minus however many are left, which is 4, so 3 days.
3 days.
Time is an illusion, Eskel.
I assure you it is not.
With that in mind, I could see more or less how this village was destroyed and actually see how the creature fought in preparation for another fight with it.
That could also give us some kind of insight as to who the person might have been. They might have said something, or performed certain acts that would give away their identity.
Perhaps. The readings aren't always the clearest things, but...
But it's better than nothing.
Indeed. I will warn it generally tends to be more visual than auditory, so I'm not sure I'll be able to get anything it said, but I should be able to see its actions.
Read its lips, if it had any.
Did it have
And now,
lips?
if I actually built this cleric like a player character, he would have observance, so I'm going to say he can do that.
Woohoo! If he can
Flutter's
see its
wearing a
lips, he
helmet.
can read its lips. Well, then he wouldn't be able to see its lips, but if he can see its lips, he can read them.
There's no telling him we get knocked off during the fight for a portion.
Could be.
Or I could also read an object, which wouldn't be as limited to a number of days. I could learn the most impactful event it was a part of or present for.
Time-sensitive things first, other things later. We do still have a couple of days.
Indeed. This will take some time. Is there anything else the rest of you might be doing while I do this? Or...
Protecting you while you do it?
Pretty much.
Do we have enough supplies to last us the next couple of days here?
Eskel would know, since he helped Tom get his bag ready, that there is a storehouse with a significant amount of food in it, so you should be well stocked.
Okay. We should move that to the inn for convenience.
I mean,
I don't think it's
literally
convenient
out
to
the back
move.
door.
Oh, it's like right behind us.
Yeah, it's this building here.
It's also more convenient to draw from than to move the pile.
Yeah.
Alright, breakfast. Time to draw.
Okay, there is grain and some vegetables that are on a time limit, and water.
And there was a couple cured meats in the basement section as well.
And some cured meats down below. But not much in the way of that, so we should be sparing, as that will be probably our favorite part.
Al does.
Needs be.
What season is it?
Well, it would be either spring or fall. I guess I never really decided. Does anyone have a preference?
It's spring. Game should be plentiful.
Let's make it fall. I'm dressed for winter.
Okay, I hear one vote for spring, one vote for fall.
Autumn.
Which I assume is also fall.
Looks like my vote is spring.
Alright, that gets us down to the last two. Sam, Thomas, any votes?
Spring.
Did you also roll a 1 on a 1d4?
Yes.
High five!
Or, well, no, I used a d6.
What?
It was 1, 2, 3, 1. It was spring for 1 through 3, and fall for 4 through 6. It was a 1. Why would I use a d4 for that?
Because spring, summer, fall, winter, 4 seasons.
But We were picking between 2.
Oh, I was picking between 4.
Fortunately, he has
Your-
picked
your
one of the
options-
2 options.
Your options are spring or fall. Winter!
Yeah, that's how it would have gone if I had rolled a 4.
All right, so Thomas, do you want to leave it up to me, or do you want to pick spring? Because that's kind
Or
of
fall.
Is everyone choosing spring?
No.
not everyone. It's currently 3-2.
Yeah. Let's make it 4-2.
Ah.
Damn it!
All right,
Been
so
voted off
it
the
is
island.
late spring.
The reason, okay, but hear my argument out. Autumn is when the days get shorter, thus, or fall. Good lord. Anyway, ignore my argument, I guess. I'm just too tired to fight.
All right.
So we could also go get a deer.
If you would like to hunt, that is an option, yes.
I'm gonna need somebody with a bow. I don't have one of those. But I can track it.
Eskel stares at you with a bow slung over his shoulder. Where should we find a person with a bow?
Al will look between the 2 of you. Just do it. Do it in my presence.
What?
If you go hunting, I wish not to be involved.
Okay, so Escalatus.
Okay.
Al will put a hand to her. Just don't get killed. Please.
We can't take Dirk. Lady Amelie needs him. The nun. You're a noble. You'll like to hunt. You want to go hunting?
Fine. Why not?
Al will sigh.
I will point out that just because one knows how to find and kill a beast, that does not necessarily mean one knows how to prepare it.
Meh, we'll figure it out.
Cut off the chunky bits and then to cook them.
I am not trained in survival, so I don't think I know how to prepare it.
With this being brought up, Karuk will say, while I do not currently know how, I can ask the Raven Queen for guidance to know such things for a time.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh.
He can, can't he?
I mean, I'm trained in survival.
That's right.
We have a Dirk.
I'm not particularly quiet to do the hunting. Deer tend to be jumpy.
No, but we only need you to do the preparation once we have the...
I should be able to do that.
Al would be shaking her head as this conversation continues.
I'm sure her ladyship would enjoy fresh meat. Smiling at Lady Amelie.
Amelie is just going to look at Vaz and raise an eyebrow.
Or I guess not.
I don't know if that was supposed to be like a peace offering or what, but it's weird. Everybody's being weird and Amelie doesn't like it.
Who's being weird?
Fucking Al was being courteous. Kieran's just being sus. I don't know him. He's weird.
Al, stop being courteous to Lady Amelie.
Right now, Amelie's finding almost everybody sus. Just so y'all know. You're all a little
If you're
sus
actually
right now.
saying that in character, Al will raise an eyebrow and be like, "What? I'm not allowed to
No,
be kind?"
this is me out of character, letting you all know.
Don't-
You're all
don't let
sus
us know that.
right now.
We can
Good
only know
to
what
know.
our characters know.
Mm. Anyways,
Do tell us
What's
how
happening?
Amelie is acting so that we know what our characters know.
Amelie's just gonna be looking around a little confused.
Are you alright, Kitty on the way?
Amelie is just gonna look at Al in disgust and go back in the inn.
What in God's name did I do? She'll just sigh. If you guys are going hunting, I wish you luck. You know what?
I didn't think that we would end up doing that, but it seems that we are. So, shall we, Vasilisa? Since this is your expedition now.
Hunting!
Oh Lord.
I just assume that you're very interested in fresh meat as opposed to cured meat, and that is why this enthusiasm has sprung up.
Do you not love fresh roasted meat?
I mean, I like not having to do the work to make it so.
Well, I mean, beggars and choosers.
Only once one chooses to beg. I have rations. Let's do this.
Do we have a hard stop at the hour?
I believe that is correct.
Yeah, so we should probably call it here. If you want, I could try and describe the reading he gets from the area first, so you have that to mull over between sessions.
Sure.
If we remember.
Or I could,
could write
wait
it
until
down.
next session, having time to make it nice and grandiose.
Yeah, that also sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I think starting a session with it would be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, then I think we shall call it there, as Thomas is out is in 2 minutes.
Yay!
Yeah.
We did it.
Huzzah.
All right, well, let's see.
Man, y'all acting so weird today.
Yeah, they're being nice. It's bizarre.
It is. It really is. If I didn't know that we weren't under a magical influence, I would think we were under the some kind of magical influence.
Listen, there is fresh meat on its way.
That's
So, like,
See,
what
I'm
is
not
that thing you're doing with your face? It's smiling? I don't like it.
Deer is delicious.
You're just excited you get to eat deer tomorrow.
Frankly, I prefer duck, but that's just me.
Got the, she's got horns, deer have antlers, they're similar, it's exciting.
It's exciting.
Cannibalism?
We can keep the antlers.
Don't
Oh,
eat the
boy.
antlers, I don't think those are very good to eat.
We can keep.
Keep the antlers, yeah.
She's becoming. Yes, you're learning.
You can decorate your horns with antlers.
Oh, dude, that could be part of my outfit. The dragon wings, the fur cape, the antlers.
You are going to look so terrifying in silhouette.
Good.
Yeah, what are you? Some sort of anti-druid?
I just kill all the things and make them part of my outfit.
Well, I thought the fake dragon wings would look cool until I got my real ones.
I'm going to bed. Nice.
Good night.
Night.
Cody, shut the fuck up. Daddy's talking fashion.
I